January 27th, 2016. Dear America, during these times, specifically during the presidential primaries, there's a group of people in our nation that find themselves under the yoke of persecution. This oppression comes in all manner of forms, words and actions from neighbors, the media, and people they thought were their friends. This oppressed group is not a race, a sexual orientation, nor any religious entity. You've probably never heard of this group, since the mainstream media likes to think that this group doesn't even exist. This group of people isn't a minority in this nation either, but they're rarely praised if they're mentioned at all. These people call themselves political moderates. You can't tell that they might be a political moderate by the way they look, where they come from, or by their social economic standing. So, you ask, how do I know who these people are? What do they do, and why are they oppressed if there are so many of them? This is a valid question, and here's the simple answer. If Democrats are on the left side of the political spectrum, and Republicans are on the right side of the political spectrum, the political moderate sits right in the middle of them. Political moderates do not consider themselves liberal or conservative, but somewhere in between. Though a political moderate may be registered under a political party, they rarely agree 100% with the party's mission statement. A political moderate doesn't vote down the party line, but rather goes to the polls picking candidates that they believe will be able to do the best job in serving the people, regardless of what letter follows the candidate's name. Because these people don't subscribe to any party's propaganda, they often find themselves ridiculed by both sides for not sharing the same beliefs that they do. The mainstream media often forget about these people, while the Republicans and Democrats grub up all the conservatives and liberals respectively. True, the moderates are discussed a lot by the time November comes around, and the final candidates dive back into the middle to grab as many independent votes as possible. But by the time that happens, the independent voter has no one left that represents them. Instead, they are forced to choose between two extremes, even though they agree with neither of them. So today, America, I'm asking you to do one thing. I'm asking you to display patience during this time of political heat and tension. Not everyone's going to agree with your opinion, and they may have a valid reason, but you won't know it if you're not willing to listen to their opinion. Don't try to be intimidating or show hatred to the moderate. Don't scream, "If you don't support my candidate, then you're a terrible person." That kind of childish rhetoric will convince no one, and can only make things worse. Instead, seek a civil discussion that is filled with deep thought and study of truth, not quotes out of context or mere hearsay. I tell you this, America, you won't find me marching in the streets or at a rally praising the name of any man or woman. I'm not ignorant enough to follow the doctrine of a politician. I think for myself. Do you, America?